I hate whataboutism, but if this stabbing had gone the other way, there would be every city block burned in this country. There would already be Carmelo Anthony statues everywhere. He'd have his own pair of Nikes, right? Like he'd have a golden casket, just like George Floyd. And there'd be parades and monuments and tears and crying. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, facing down the 1-year anniversary of the fatal stabbing in Texas, where Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the heart in a high school track meet because Carmelo Anthony thought it wise to bring a 6-inch blade to a track meet. And over what? Apparently over a seat. He was told to move and get out of your tent. And for speaking to Carmelo Anthony, something that is, of course, disrespect, right? Like if somebody disrespects you, then you can murder them. Ever listen to a rap song? It's like how it goes. It's horrifying. It's certainly not the way that any civilized country can continue. It'll end, of course, just like South Africa. Somebody disrespects me, I kill them. Yeah. Whataboutism, ladies and gentlemen. Carmelo Anthony didn't allegedly kill Austin Metcalf. He did kill Austin Metcalf. He told the authority that he did it. 17-year-old admitted to fatally stabbing another teen boy at a track and field meet in Texas after, according to the police, "I'm not alleged, I did it," Carmelo Anthony reportedly told the cops, taken into custody, asked about the alleged stabbing. Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the heart, killing him. Metcalf told him he was sitting in the wrong chair at the match of the two schools. Now, the defense here says, well, wait a second. Carmelo Anthony stabbed him because Austin Metcalf is an angry, rage-filled white young boy who was trying to do some type of horrible racial hate crime against him. Well, lucky for us, there's video. They haven't released the video to the public, and I'm angry about that. Yeah, I'm enraged because we have a very, very short trial and hopefully a death sentence for Carmelo Anthony. But unfortunately, we don't have that. I watched the footage of the race crime that split America. What I saw shocked me, and this is how it could flip the case. There's footage of the actual stabbing and the death. Here's what the reporter saw. Why they won't release this footage to the public, I don't know. Some reporters have seen it. They all have the exact same story. In a matter of seconds, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony stabs 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, transforming a rain delay at the track meet into a crime scene. The atmosphere was totally calm and uneventful. That's important, by the way. Suddenly turned to bloodshed. 40-minute surveillance video recorded from a stationary camera on the opposite side of the football field captures a 10-minute leading up to the attack and the desperate efforts by Metcalf's twin brother, who's holding him in his arm to save his life before the paramedics arrive. It's so unbelievably evil. He died in his brother's arms, right? And what was his crime? Disrespect. Listen to this. Anthony admitted to the stabbing, but he maintains that he acted in self-defense, claiming the truth will come out. Okay. Initially, Frisco police said that the altercation between the teens led to a violent encounter. However, the footage reviewed by the Daily Mail at the Independent High School District headquarters shows no obvious physical confrontation between the two prior to the stabbing. The Daily Mail did not detect anything that indicated chaos was about to ensue. Strict guidelines were enforced on viewing the footage. Reporters were only permitted to take handwritten notes and were barred from capturing or republishing stills or clips. The district allowed the limited release because the students' identities are not easily discernible in the video. It's almost like what they did with George Floyd. They released 4K high-definition video in order to manipulate the public and in order to put innocent men behind bars, which they did. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Austin Metcalf, because Carmelo Anthony, by the way, will potentially not receive justice because the public will never see the actual video. The jury pool will never get a chance to see the video if the defense has its way, and they'll just be able to keep raising millions of dollars for Karmelo Anthony. Here's what I mean. Judge tightens media access around security rules upcoming Karmelo Anthony trial in Austin Metcalf's death. Collin County judge has imposed a strict rule on media access, security, and courtroom conduct in advance of the trial of Karmelo Anthony and the teen accused of fatally stabbing fellow student Austin Metcalf. The district court judge, John Roach Jr., signed off on the order Friday, citing intense public interest, the need to protect jurors, witnesses, and the defendant's right to a fair proceeding. The trial is scheduled to begin on Monday, June 1st, so about a month away. According to Collin County court records, witnesses told police 2 17-year-olds argued during the meet. Metcalf pushed Anthony, and that Anthony then stabbed him in the chest. Anthony immediately complied with the officers while being detained, reportedly acknowledging what happened and saying and asking whether Metcalf would survive the incident would be considered self-defense. Of course not, because he wasn't armed. You have to have fear for your life. Somebody telling you to move your seats isn't fear for your life. Also, again, there's video of this happening. I don't know, like if it's grainy security footage or if you can really punch in and see what's going on, but you'll be able to tell if your life is being threatened. The Daily Mail says, no, it was not. Anthony is facing a first-degree murder charge. The case has drawn widespread public attention. In his order, Roach cited it found restrictions necessary to protect the defendant's right to a fair trial. According to the order, the courtroom will open with a staggered entry. Only 9 media members will be inside the courtroom at one time. Will control the credentialing and seating. Photography, video, and audio recording, live streaming, and any electronic capture of the proceedings will be prohibited. Devices will only be used for silent note-taking and court approval. Man, this is what they're trying to do with Charlie's trial. No one may photograph, record the identity of the contact witnesses, prospective witnesses, and jurors. Media interviews are banned inside the courtroom, hallways, and restricted areas. Interviews must occur in designated zones. Strict decorum and rules apply. So they're blocking the public from seeing this trial. It's not going to be like the OJ trial. It's not going to be like whatever Derek Chauvin trial. They're putting a muzzle on all of it because they know that this damn kid is guilty and that for absolutely no reason he ended the life of a white teenager, presumably due to a racial hate crime. Judge tightens media access around security rules. Really? Anthony grabbed his bag, reached inside, and said, "Touch me and see what happens." According to the report, Metcalf then grabbed Anthony to give him a move. Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest before fleeing. He just committed murder in cold blood. And now they're trying to lock down the trial and just destroy any capacity that the public would have to actually see insights into the trial. I did it. What can happen to Karmelo Anthony? Thousands of people in the black community have rallied around Karmelo Anthony and given him $160,000 as a reward for murdering a white kid. Man, this is evil. They always use these like photos of Karmelo Anthony where it makes him look like a valedictorian. Here's Karmelo Anthony, ladies and gentlemen. What can happen? He's going to be, because he was 17 at the time in Texas, the death penalty cannot apply. Looked at the rules, so if this occurred as minor, he will be tried as an adult, but you're going to have to they're going to be able to argue around the death penalty. We'll see what the prosecutors do. But Texas law, this is called a capital offense. Texas law says that if you commit murder as a minor under the age of 18, then you could do life in prison. But that the death penalty, you'd have to commit multiple murders. That's what the law says. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm furious about this. And you should be too. What about it? Terrible. Pray for Austin Metcalf's family. It's going to be a tough road for them. It's going to be a tough summer. It's going to have the Charlie trial and this trial. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Lock in. See ya.